Hello all, and welcome to this, and this will be my review, my late review of WWE's Over the Limit pay-per-view. Kind of, this was one of those pay-per-views that it seems like it should have been a lot better than it was, but unfortunately, it wasn't. And it had a lot to do with the main event, and the main event undoubtedly hurt this pay-per-view in my opinion, because you can't put on a main event like this and then expect the show to come off good. I mean, that's the last impression you're getting for the show, so just that was not good. But I didn't get to see the Kane versus Ryder match, so yeah, didn't get to see that. Did get to see the Battle Royal. I thought it was okay for a Battle Royal. It was what it was. Christian winning and then choosing Cody Rhodes. I was all for that, so was fine with that. At the time, anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. Kofi Kingston, R-Truth versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Good tag match. A good opener. I don't think you can probably ask much more. They gave them time, so it was fine with that. Layla versus Beth Phoenix was, a better than average women's match, so was fine with that. It was kind of weird that you have a bunch of fans chanting for, not a bunch, I guess said, but you had some karma chants, and that should kind of teach the WWE something, that the fans want her back. I think the fans want her and Beth, and to not do that, I think just kind of hurts. Just kind of hurts the women. I mean, no one cares about the women anyways, and you have two women that the fans kind of care about and kind of want to see, and you can definitely build off of it, so I'm not sure why they're holding off, but oh well. Then we have the four-way, Sheamus and Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, and Alberto Del Rio. Kind of surprised this wasn't the main event. Very much could have been the main event, even though I think the fans didn't see this as the main event. I really do think, watching the pay-per-view, it felt like they did feel that CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan was the real main event, even more so than the main event. So this was good, or this was great, actually. A lot of good spots, a lot of back and forth action. Just was what it was. Particularly after seeing Raw and seeing them put Sheamus with John Cena, I'm surprised they didn't put this in the main event to try to, show Sheamus as, the guy. It's kind of, so just, to me, I don't get, the WWE needs to understand that if you want people to at least, for even for a little bit, to take your make-believe world even somewhat seriously, and maybe that's part of the point, is they don't see it serious, so they don't care if people take it seriously or not. You have to make the titles important, and when you don't put the titles in the main event, and not have a good reason, I mean, you can do it every once in a while. I mean, Cena and Rock, I mean, that was bigger than a title. I mean, it really was. So that's okay. And Cena and Brock, fine with that too, because that was bigger than, that was something bigger than a title. And that's rare though. So you can do it, you just can't do it, John Cena versus John Laurenitis. Come on. And that's not something you want the fans to leave with, because a bad taste in their mouth sort of thing, because that's exactly what happened. But anyways, then we got the Miz Broadus Clay. It was a Broadus Clay match. Felt like, I guess because the Miz was in there, I guess it felt a little bit more like a pay-per-view match than a lot of Broadus Clay matches do, so maybe this was okay to have on there. Then we had Cody Rhodes versus Christian. I like Christian. I know people don't think I like Christian, but him beating Cody Rhodes, I'm not too big on that. But it was an okay match. Wasn't as good as I think I thought it would have been, but it was okay. Then we had CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. This was awesome. This was everything that I think you would want CM Punk and Daniel Bryan to do. I even had people who don't normally, who I know from my work, or at least where I work, were asking me, who know I watch pro wrestling, did you see this match? Not sure how they saw the match, but they were asking me if I'd seen the match because they thought it was great. So, and they're much more casual fans. So, yeah. Just a lot of good spots, a lot of good back and forth. The ending I thought was very good, because it means we're going to get another match. And so that was good. Then we got a RYBACK match, which, who cares? These need to stay off of pay-per-views. And he didn't get probably the reaction he should have anyway. So this was I don't know if this was a smart crowd or what this was, because it really didn't seem like a smart crowd, but they were kind of smart-ish, I guess, or smarkish, I guess would be a better way to say it. Then we had the main event, where, you know, some people are gonna say, you know, it was predictable. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Computer went a little crazy, so we'll just continue as if nothing happened, even though something did happen. Let's see here. John Cena versus John Laurenitis. I'm not sure why this was the main event. Don't really care why it was the main event. I guess because it was John Cena. I don't know. I mean, the thing is if this hadn't been the main event, even though it was sucky, I still think it would have been okay. This probably, I mean, really, if this had happened on Raw, I think it would have worked out just fine. I'm not sure why they led this to the main event. It seems very weird to me. This definitely seems like one of those things that they could have built up and really led to, you know, like a big angle on Raw, which then would lead to a pay-per-view and not, you know, main event. You know, this just seems very weird. And you know, like I said, there were a lot of aspects of this match that worked, but unfortunately it just was like, good God. But yeah. But anyways, that's it. Like I said, you know, this pay-per-view I would excuse me, I would say was great. It wasn't for the main event. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling the main event. So with that, I'm out. Have a good one.